The Afterburn Effect is the biggest load of shit ever. It's just like P90X with that muscle confusion. Don't be confused into buying that bullshog. All these are cool sounding words that mean nothing new. The Afterburn Effect is just a really cool term for what happens when you exercise and do any form of exercise. Basically, when you exercise, you elevate your metabolism, equaling something called a metabolic debt. So after you work out, your metabolism is elevated, it runs faster, and you burn more calories. The Afterburn Effect. So when they say really how to maximize the Afterburn Effect, really what they're trying to say is how to raise your metabolism as fast as possible or as high as possible to burn the most amount of calories subsequently after exercising. And so what you should really focus on is being as EPOC as possible. No, I did not stutter. Chef Buff doesn't stutter. Scientifically, it's defined as the recovery of the metabolic rate back to pre-exercise levels. You want to be as EPOC as possible. Here are 7 ways to be EPOC. What? 1. We already know this, but focus on the big movements. It doesn't really matter if you split up your training to full body days, upper-lower splits, or push-pull leg splits. Whatever split you do, they'll all work, but the vast majority of your exercise has to be compound movements, trying to emphasize 6 to 8 reps. This means squats, deadlifts, pull-ups, bench press, all that fun stuff. 2. For your anaerobic systems and that lactic threshold, you would want to be doing circuits. Circuits are basically how I define them. The real true fat loss circuits or conditioning circuits, to be as EPOC as possible, would be doing about 15 to 20 reps of full body compound movements. So once again, either jump squats instead this time, doing some fast push-ups and whatnot. You'd pick 4 to 5 of those exercises, compound movements, take no rest, and do those 15 to 20 reps. And you do at least 3 to 4 sets of that. Works a totally different training capacity. 3. Use no machines. Machines suck and will eventually take over the world. And jogging is for 100-year-old men. Skip that too. 4. Eat small, frequent meals throughout the day to fuel your body. 5. Buy a pedometer. No, that's not something a pedophile uses. A pedometer measures how many steps you take. You should be taking at least 10,000 steps a day. 10,000 steps is a great starting point for the vast majority of the office workers. You don't achieve that. As soon as you get those 10,000 steps, you'll notice a phenomenal difference. In fact, getting those 10,000 steps is one of the most underrated aspects towards transforming your body. 6. Get as much NEPA as possible. So once again, one of those terms. NEPA, what's it mean? Non-exercise physical activity. All that means is everything you do outside of exercise and outside of walking, you want to do as much of. So if you like swimming, go ahead. If you like cleaning the yard, go ahead. Having sex, playing basketball, once again, washing your pots and pans, probably that's actually very small NEPA, but you get the idea. Anything that's active and using your body that's light and easy is NEPA, and you want to get as much of it as possible. 7. Do cardio after exercise. Cardiovascular work after exercise is so much more effective. 8. Speaking of which, make your cardio intense. Listen, jogging is fine if you get at least 6 to 7 hours of physical activity a week, but if you don't, what you really want to do is my high intensity interval training principles. Ooh, what's that, you might ask? Well, it's simple, son. It's 30 seconds as fast as possible sprinting, 30 seconds jogging lightly, go back and forth between those for 15 to 20 minutes. That's the serious cardio, and that's what's going to elevate your metabolism and get that afterburn effect and be as epic as possible. Are you EPOC? You best damn be. Make sure you comment, rate, subscribe, blah, 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 and I will be seeing you next week. Bye.